What's going on, gamers? Thanks again for checking out another one of Sapp's videos, but we're gonna get right to it. I want to try to keep this review under 5 minutes, so especially because of my first one. So let's get right to it. Titanfall 2, the number one thing that it was lacking out of the first Titanfall was a story. I'm showing you clips now, but the story in Titanfall 2 is not amazing, but it really is good. It has a good balance of running around as BT as well as the pilot. And excuse me for forgetting the pilot's name in this game, but the only thing I'm really technically concerned about, honestly, is the Titans and the multiplayer. That's what I play the game for. But surprisingly enough, though, the story really is good in this game. I can. Even if you don't want to really play the multiplayer, I can recommend the story to anybody because the story is good, It's not, with the first one lacking it, it's not like you missed anything, you know what I'm saying? And, one thing that's really relevant in the story is platforming. This gun I'm using now is a shotgun, and shotguns aren't that relevant in the multiplayer, but on the story mode, they're obviously a lot better than multiplayer, because the maps are a little more condensed. They're not as big, but the loadouts in this game in general are all good. Well, not all of them. Again, like I said, on the multiplayer, the shotguns are a little sketchy, and they have a class called a Grenadier class, which is obviously might be able to recognize this here. A class with like it mainly focuses on weapons that shoot missiles and grenades. That kind of aspect to the game, and I don't like those classes. But other than that, I really do think like they added a lot of weapons. Not a lot, but they definitely have a much better weapon selection for the pilots now than they did before. Even for the Titans, seeing how there's 6 Titans, technically there are 6 different loadouts. And I really did enjoy like this part here in the story. This is one of those great moments I just enjoyed a lot out of the story. It took me by surprise. You don't realize how fast you're going until you play this motherfucker. The game is fast, when you're wall crawling, sliding, and give yourself a jump boost all in one. That actually plays into a mechanic that they call momentum. They've added momentum to the game, and I'm not 100% sure if this was apparent in the first one, because again, I didn't get in depth with the first one. I just wanted to play the Titans, and that's all it was. The 2 in the first one was to play the Titans, and it really helps you traverse the maps. Well, the movement is kind of sluggish, but when you use the elements of the grappling hook and the momentum, when you use the momentum feature and the grappling hooks, it really does bring out a difference in the game, and I like it. The movement, it really does help. I like the 6 Titans. Like I said, Scorch is my favorite, which is the loadout I'm about to use. It's a loadout on the story mode, but again, he's an actual Titan in the multiplayer, and that's my favorite. Scorch is great for close quarters. He's very well, when you get used to him, he's very well to blocking enemies off and surrounding multiple enemies. And he has a good area of effect, which is like, again, why I like Scorch. You don't need good aim to be good with him, which I don't have. But I do like the executions. I do like that there are again, like this, it's a special called the Flame Core. I like that Titans have specials now that you can earn. Now, when you think of the multiplayer, a big thing of my concern from the beta was that Titanfall, that you wouldn't be able to get your Titans as much as you want. Listen, I have had matches where I've called in 4 Titans on attrition. Obviously there's been times where 2 of those Titans were destroyed, but because of the loadout that I have my Titans set up with, I could set off a nuclear reaction, kill everybody around, and get a Titan right back. So it's not in any way hard to get a Titan in this game, and I know that was a lot of people's worries. Like I said, you see that there are a good amount of customization. You can put up to 3 attachments on your guns. So they took a little bit of a Call of Duty route. You can put 3 attachments on your guns, but again, you gotta level the gun up. There's a prestige mode called Generations. I think I'm almost there. I'm like level 45-ish, somewhere around there. I think it stops at 50. So, the leveling system, it has definitely improved. over Titanfall 1. I love that there are camos for your pilots and your Titans, and even on your Titans there's something called like a nose skin, which I'll show you in a later part when I you know, there's a nose skin, show you in a later part of the video. But definitely it's Titanfall 2 is definitely a lot better than the first one, and there's no fact about that. You know, I believe they did what they needed to. They listened to the community, they added it. Originally I thought the beta would have done the game harm, and I think it still did do the game harm, but at the same time they listened and they changed the game from the beta. This game is not like the beta. It's not as sketchy. You know, if you played the beta and you were sketchy about Titanfall 2, this game is not sketchy. Again, for some people it might not be worth the $60, you know, because your value is your value, how you see your money is your money. But I bought it $60, perfectly happy with my purchase. Still playing the multiplayer right now. I'll be live streaming the last 3 chapters of the story mode. So yes, I haven't beat the story, but it's not going to get much different from where it's at. And if it does, you know, just come to the live stream and you'll hear my overall impressions of the story. Cause like I said, it's good. I got 3 chapters left. It's not going to go bad. The only way it can go bad now is if the ending sucks. You know, that's the only bad. But other than that, I really can't think of many negatives. You know, day 1 the servers were up, they were working. I had no problem with that. I don't like the bots in the game. Again, you know, they're only in attrition. I only play attrition in amped hardpoint, which is basically hardpoint is domination. You know, same thing. If you know hardpoint from Call of Duty, that's exactly what that is. And like I said, attrition is basically team deathmatch with bots. You know, that's the only time you have to deal with the bots. But other than that, I really do think Titanfall 2 is a good game. I give it an 8 out of 9, or an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Excuse me. But definitely a good game. And if you're looking for a game to pick up, like I said, this year, definitely go pick it up at Christmas time when it gets fewer or cheaper, Black Friday and all that. Definitely pick it up. But I'm out of here. Thanks again for those who stopped by and checked the video out. You know, stay a while. Check my videos out. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to click the like. Don't be afraid to click the subscription. You know, stay a while. Check things out. You got time on your hands. I know you do. But that's about it. I'm logging out. Thanks guys for checking out my video. Deuces.